Hi everyone. This is the second part of our analysis of previous questions of HSA English. We are starting with question number 21 because we already discussed 20 question in the last video. So let's move to the first question. The homeland of Renaissance movement in Europe. The options are Germany, Spain, Italy, England. This is a very basic level question. Of course, the answer is Italy. Okay. Uh, this you can read this from Glossary of Literary Terms by M.H. Abrams. It is given in your syllabus like the major terms and movements from the Glossary of Literary Terms. The latest edition of Glossary of Literary Terms will be asked. So this Renaissance you can read in the page number 338. You have to go through the periods of English literature too, which you can find in page number 278. Okay, let's move to the next question, question 22. The Italian who regarded as the father of humanism. Italian who regarded as the father of humanism. Options: Martin Luther King, Galileo, John Knox, Petrarch. Okay, right. The correct answer is Petrarch. The term humanism, it has got different meanings in different period or in different times. Like we have, for example, we have Christian humanism, writers like Spencer, Milton, Sidney. These people are Christian humanists because they try to incorporate the pagan values achieved by humans in this world to Christianity. And the other group, the non-Christians, they were they are also rejecting the idea of withdrawal from this world for the life after the death. So they give more importance to the human experiences and values rather than the so-called the truth revealed by God. And whether they are Christians or non-Christians, humanism basically refers to a perspective emphasizing some notion of human freedom and progress. That's what humanism basically. We will discuss this later. This is a separate topic in your syllabus. It's given in our syllabus, humanism, as a separate topic. We have to discuss it in detail. Next question, question number 23. Name the poetic collection in which a prayer for my daughter was published. Options are Michael Robertson, The Dancer, The Winding Stair and Other, The Ring and the Book, Collected Poems. The correct answer is option A, Michael Roberts and the Dancer. It was published in 1921. Published in 1921. It is written to his daughter. It was written 2 days after her birth. Okay. And the next question, question number 24. The subtitle of the importance of being earnest. Importance of being earnest. Options are a comedy in 2 acts, a tragedy in 2 acts, a trivial comedy for serious people, a tragic comedy for serious people. Which is the correct answer? Of course, it's a very simple question. I think all of you know the answer. A trivial comedy for serious people. Okay, this is a play written by Oscar Wilde. These kinds of things are very simple. All of you know that Oscar Wilde. Then it's published in 1895. Published in 1895. Mm, that's enough for now. And question number 25. Who is Bernard in Death of a Salesman? Bernard. Who is Bernard in Death of a Salesman? Options are a businessman, a banker, a lawyer, a doctor. Yeah, the correct answer is, of course, Bernard is a lawyer. That's the correct answer. Death of a Salesman was published in 1949. It's a play by Arthur Miller. It's a play by Arthur Miller. Then, it's a two-act tragedy. It is set in 1940s. It is set in 1940s New York. Actually, it has won for drama, Pulitzer Prize for drama in 1949. 1949. Okay, and the next question, question number 26. Identify the poem that begins with these lines. 5 years have passed, 5 summers with the length of 5 long winter. Yeah, the beginning of which poem? Correct answer is Tintern Abbey. I didn't say. I think I didn't say the options. Anyway, the correct answer is Tintern Abbey. The full title is like lines written a few miles above Tintern Abbey on revisiting the banks of the you know Wye during a tour. June 13, 1790. It's a big, long uh, title. Anyway, we can call this Tintern Abbey, no problem. It's published in the lyrical ballads. In 1798. Okay. Next question. This is, you can see here the poem, the beginning of the poem. Let's look at the question number 27. Source and origin of Wuthering Heights. Options are Ballantyne's Coral Island, Purchas Pilgrimage, German Tale by Hoffmann, Castle of Otranto by Horace Walpole. The correct answer is Castle of Otranto by Horace Walpole. This is Wuthering Heights, written by Emily Bronte. It is her only finished novel. And this is written under the pseudonym Ellis Bell. Ellis Bell. It is written under the pseudonym Ellis Bell. And it is a gothic, it's a gothic fiction. That is why we can say that the source and origin of this particular novel is Castle of Otranto, because this gothic tradition usually starts from Horace Walpole's Castle of Otranto. And this is published in 1847 actually. Question number 28. Identify the figure of speech in the line from Thomas Gray's Elegy. The line is, the ploughman homeward plods his weary way. The ploughman homeward plods his weary way. I think this is a familiar question for most of you, I'm sure. Of course, the options are metonymy, simile, metaphor, transferred epithet. Yes, the correct answer is transferred epithet, sure. What is this transferred epithet? This is also called hypology. It's like Apology, you can also call. It's a kind of figure of speech in which a modifier or an adjective usually. It qualifies a noun rather than the person or thing it is usually describing. Or in simple, in other words, the modifier or you can call the epithet. The epithet is transferred from the noun it is meant to describe to another noun in the sentence. Here you can see the ploughman, homeward, plods is very well. Here actually the way cannot be weary. The epithet weary actually is transferred from ploughman to weary. The way can never be weary. Actually, this is the ploughman who is weary. Okay, I hope you understood this. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 29. In form, home burial by Robert Frost is a dramatic monologue, a dramatic lyric, dramatic irony, melodrama. The correct answer is dramatic lyric. Option B, dramatic lyric. It's almost similar to dramatic monologue. In dramatic monologue, you see the character of the speaker is also revealed through the poem, so you will get the a good idea about the character of the speaker too. But in dramatic lyric, it is not the character of the speaker is not given that much important, rather than the argument is given more important in dramatic lyric. Question number 30. What does the light stand for in the photograph in Atwood's poem? In the photograph in Atwood's poem. Options are life of the speaker, future of the speaker, dream of the woman, and creativity of the woman. So this is the photograph of me is a poem written by Margaret Atwood, and the answer is creativity of the woman. Actually, this is where that light comes. You can see here. It is difficult to say precisely or to say how large or small I am. The effect of water on light is distortion, like that. Anyway, we can discuss this later when we discuss the poem. Let's move on. Question number 31. Who has the liberty of stirring the fire at the club? Question number 31. Who has the liberty of stirring the fire at the club? And this is the question actually came from the trumpet club or the club at the trumpet. It's Richard Steele's essay. It came in 1710 in the Tatler. This is Richard Steele's journal, the Tatler. It appeared in the Tatler in 1710. Okay, the answer is Sir Geoffrey Notch. Okay. Question number 32. What seems to be the foundation for liberty according to A.G.Gardiner? A.G.Gardiner. This is from Gardiner's essay. This is there in our syllabus on the rule of the road. On the rule of the road, that is the essay we have to study, done by A.G.Gardiner. Anyway, what seems to be the foundation for liberty according to A.G.Gardiner? Options are simplicity, character, hard work, sacrifice. Yes, the correct answer is sacrifice. And in this essay on the rule of the road, Yeah, in this essay on the rule of the rod, he actually talks about what is really, what it means to be, you know, free completely. What is exactly the true liberty? These are these kinds of things. These are the things that he is talking about in this essay. It is a very interesting and, you know, very funny essay that we can discuss in detail later. Next question, question number 33. The only sound foundation for a civilization as per Forster's opinion. Forster's, this question, you know, came from on tolerance. On tolerance. Uh, on tolerance. It appeared 1938. Okay. The question is again, I'm reading. The only sound foundation for a civilization as per Forster's opinion. Options: sound state of mind, goodwill of people, sound state of health, good climate. Yes, the correct answer is uh, option A, sound state of mind. Okay. In this essay, he says that actually it is not love but tolerance which is needed to rebuild the world torn by world war. This is what he says in this essay. And question number 34. Who symbolizes the burden of the unconscious expectations that a society places upon a woman in Roots and Shadows? You know that Roots and Shadows is a, you know, novel by H.S.A. Deshpande. It came in 1984, actually 1984. So, who symbolizes this? The burden of the unconscious expectation that a society places upon a woman in Roots and Shadows. Option: Kiran, Jayan, James, or George. Of course, the answer is yeah, Jayant. And he is, of course, the husband of the protagonist, Indu. And you know, after the marriage in this novel, you know, after the marriage, Indu has to live according to the expectations of her husband. So all her passions and dreams were, you know, being suppressed. This is why he becomes the symbol of the burden of the unconscious expectation that society places upon women. So after the marriage, women have some expectation. They have some roles to play as a wife. Some, you know, these roles are expected from them, but nothing is expected from a man. That is the funny side of it. Okay, question number 35. The setting of the bluest eye. Setting of the bluest eye. Yeah, options are Lorraine, Wessex, Milan, Dublin. Yes, correct answer is Lorraine. The Bluest Eyes is a, you know, novel by Toni Morrison. This is his first novel, published in 1970, and it takes place in, of course, in Lorraine, Ohio, U.S. It tells the story of a young African American girl named Pecola. Pecola. It tells the story of a young African American girl named Pecola. Question number 36. Aristotle, I have been told, has said that poetry is the most philosophic of all writings. Who said this? Yeah, of course, William Wordsworth. This is a line from his preface to the Lyrical Ballads, published in 1800. Next, question method is 7 Coleridge states in Biographia, actually, Biographia Literaria, good sense is the body of poetic genius, fancy, its drapery, motion, its life, and imagination, the dash. Options are mind, soul, heart, body. If you have read this essay, it's a very simple question. The answer is soul. Okay, Biographia Literaria, it published in 1817. It's an autobiographical work. That's it. We can discuss this later. Question number 38. Who opined that the business of the poet is not to find new emotions but to use the ordinary ones? Options are Cleant Brooks, A.A. Richards, T.S. Eliot, Alan Tate. It's a very simple question, and its answer is option C, T.S. Eliot. Okay, so this is from Tradition and Individual Talent. Talking about Tradition and Individual Talent, it was published in 1919 in Egoist. Okay. Actually, he is one of, in this essay. You can see he was against Wordsworth's opinion, and he said that the poet's emotion has no place in poetry, etc. Question number 39. The father figure in the poem Daddy is a Jew, an African, a Nazi, an Indian. Option C, answer a Nazi. Okay, Daddy is a poem by Sylvia Plath. Sylvia Plath is actually an American confessional poet. This poem was written in 1962, but it was published in 1965 after Sylvia Plath's death. And it's written in the form of a dramatic monologue. Sylvia Plath's father was actually, a supporter of, he was a Nazi supporter. Question number 40. This is the last question for today. In Lacanian literary criticism, the stage after acquisition of language is called mirror stage, imaginary stage, emotional stage, symbolic stage. Yes, the correct answer is symbolic states. Actually, Lacan, constructs a model of identity formation that takes actually 3-stage process, or 3 orders, as Lacan calls them. They are, it's imaginary stage. That is the first stage, he says. This is also called the mirror stage. Then we have symbolic stage, and symbolic stage starts immediately after the child starts using language. Then there is the real stage, the last stage. Actually, he says that this is a stage, the real stage is something which you cannot really achieve. This is the end of today's video. Thank you for watching, and we will discuss the remaining 60 more questions in the upcoming videos. I think all the 40 questions that we discussed so far are from uh, literature, purely from literature, and maybe in the next video you will have questions from grammar and other aspects of language. Once again, thank you for watching, and please do one thing, please, like the video and share as much as you can, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you.